Alright, you guys, it's now time to review Child's Play 3, the third installment of the Chucky franchise. The plot of this movie is it takes place a few years after Child's Play 2 ended, which is funny because the movie came out like not that long after Child's Play 2, so. Alright, whatever. But basically, we see Andy Barclay, yet again, not played by Alex Vincent this time around, though. He's played by a new actor. And he's now 18 years old, and he's off to military school. His mother must still be in the psych ward or something, because she's not even really mentioned in this movie. Okay, she's mentioned, but it doesn't mention, like, what's the update, Andy? It's the same stuff that we've heard before. They say his mom went crazy, whatever. But anyway, Andy's off in military school, and the company of the Good Guy Doll Company, wants to bring the dolls back on the market because they've been off the market for a couple years because of the bad press and all that. Which is fine, that's understandable. Thank God they got those things off the line. But anyway, the idiot businessmen decide to bring them back, and once again, Chucky comes back from the dead and tracks Andy down at military school. And at first, he goes there to start hunting Andy, but then he realizes, wait a second. Technically, I'm in a new body, and there's nobody else that I've told my little secret to. Let's find a new kid to mess with this time around. And what I think of Child's Play 3 is it's okay. I don't hate it. It's not the worst one of the series. Trust me, I'll get to that one. But it's okay, I guess. I mean, it was nice to see the character of Andy back, even though it's not Alex Vincent. Because the kid was still young at this point, technically. But anyway, the new actor who played Andy, he was okay. I didn't really have a problem with him. He did come off a little bit whiny, but I guess, okay, he hasn't really grown up normally, has he? So I guess I'll kind of give him a pass for that. And then we meet these jerks. Well, really just one major jerk. That's funny, major. Because he's a military school. Anyways, it's not funny if I have to explain the joke. But anyways, we meet this guy named Sheldon, who is basically, in a way, his drill sergeant. He's not, like, fully up there with the ranks or anything like that, but he is the one who's he's messing with him a lot, and he's making him shine his shoes and shit like that. And then we had this other guy, which I forget the character's name right now, so it's very late and I'm tired, but I wanted to push these reviews out for you anyway because I love you guys. But anyway, we had this other guy. What's his name? Whitehurst. I think that was it. Whitehurst. Who kind of he was the one that was being bullied before Andy came around, and now that Andy's there, he's not getting bullied as much. So him and Andy kind of become friends. There's this chick there, which Andy has a little thing for. I know Andy's growing up, right? So yeah, and then we meet Tyler, who is the new kid, and he's a kid. He's still a kid. But his dad, it was in the military, so that's why he's in military school, because he comes from that, kind of a background. And when he meets Chucky, Chucky is, of course, Tyler thinks that this is, hey, my friend to the end. Heidi ho, ha ha ha. I wasn't even trying to do Chucky, but I can try to do it. Hi, I'm Chucky. I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho, ha ha ha. Hopefully that was a little bit better. But Tyler thinks, yes, this is going to be my new best friend. He can talk, he can move, he can do all kinds of shit. What Tyler doesn't know is that he could also kill you. So, watch out. And then Chucky just really wants to, get out of this body. He doesn't care that it's a new kid. He's pretty much given up on Andy at this point. But you do have a couple scenes with Andy and Chucky together. Like when Andy first realizes that Chucky's back, and there's a scene where, it's not really a Playboy, but it's a Playboy knockoff. It might have been a Playboy. I don't remember. Anyways, I haven't watched this one in so long, guys. But Chucky looks at it and sees that it's a nudie magazine, and he realizes Andy's grown up. He's like, Andy, how you've grown. I can't do a Chucky impression. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't. especially his laugh. I can't do his laugh at all. But anyways, the kills in this movie, I mean, there's really only one kill that sticks with you in this movie, in my opinion. And that's the guy who's giving them the crew cuts, buzzing their head and shit like that. Yeah, spoiler alert, that guy dies. That's about the only memorable death in the movie. I guess the guy in the truck, that was probably the second memorable one, but other than those two deaths, there's really nothing too memorable. Chucky has become more and more of a smartass as these sequels go on, and I like that I personally like that side of Chucky. But I just kind of wish that he would kind of go back to the format that he was in the first one, at least in number 3. I'll talk about if it works or not for the other movies, but for number 3, I feel like when he tried to be funny, I don't know, it didn't fit. I just didn't see it fitting right in this movie. However, when there's a part later and there's supposed to be, got paintball guns and stuff like that for, training purposes, and gets on the walkie-talkie and he goes, red team, come in, red team. We need, whatever. That part's fucking funny as fuck. So, yeah, I mean, some of the humor works, but, whatever. And then Andy just tries to warn Tyler, like, hey, Chucky's bad. I know he's promising you good things and whatnot. Trust me, I've been there. But Chucky's a bad guy, and you have to get away from him. And Tyler's just like, no, fuck you, basically. So, I kind of respect Tyler for just wanting to be a kid. He's in military school. They're kind of forcing him to grow up in a way. But, he just kind of wants to stay a kid. But Andy, like I said, he is pretty whiny in this one. And, it's time to grow up, Andy. You're 18 at this point. It's time to, it's time to forget these fantasies about killer dolls. If you guys seen the movie, you'll know who I was impersonating. It was a bad impression, too. I can't do Child's Play impressions. I can't do it. I'm not even going to attempt Tiffany in the other movies. I might attempt it. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, Child's Play 3, it's okay. The kills, other than the two that I talked about, aren't really that memorable. Andy's kind of whiny, but it was nice to see the character of Andy in this movie. Tyler was a pretty good character, I thought. Chucky, of course, Chucky shines as ever, but like I said, some of his jokes doesn't really fit in this particular movie, but there's a couple that do. The climax of this movie, it's a really good climax. I like that it takes place at like that carnival or whatever. That was actually pretty cool. We got away from the military school, which I know that was the whole plot of this movie, but when you get to the end, they're at the carnival. I'm like, I like this setting for a Chucky movie. I do. It could work. They could do that. Like, they could do a whole film of Chucky at a carnival with some kid. They could do it. Why won't they? I don't know. But, yeah. Child's Play 3, I'm not really too big of a fan of this one. I don't hate it, though. It doesn't piss me off. There are one or two sequels that, I like less than I like this movie. So, Child's Play 3, all in all, guys, is getting a C-. Like I said, it's okay. It's not horrible. If you're a fan of the series, I wouldn't say you have to check this one out. It doesn't really matter much, really. So yeah, what do you guys think of Child's Play 3? Comment your thoughts down below. Let me know. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it!